Alright, hi people, Scsigs here. I'm here to do an unboxing and review for you guys of the Marvel Legends Japanese Spider-Man, aka Supaidaman, from the Marvel and Toei-produced Spider-Man show. So yeah, interesting how Marvel Legends did this before SH Figure Arts, but granted, SH Figure Arts is focusing on, well, the last several video games. At the very least, they've done the 2018 game for the Advanced Suit from that. They've done the MCU movies, they've done now the Sam Raimi movies, and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit from those movies. I await them doing an Amazing Spider-Man 1 variant of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Yeah. And hopefully giving us head sculpts in that. But yeah. So, here we go. But yeah. So, they might get to this at some point. So, yeah. So, packaging. Got the top with Marvel Legends series, Spider-Man 60 Amazing Years, 4+, picture or render of the figure on the front. Looks pretty cool. Nice background for webbing art. Japanese logo for the series, I'm assuming. Hasbro. Side just has another render of him in a regular pose. And then some comic book style artwork, which looks nice. Marvel Legends series and everything. In the back, another render of the figure in another pose. I'm assuming maybe it's a known pose from the show. Have not watched it yet. And you got the accessories, which is a couple web things and a couple fist hands and a long web. So, yeah. It's interesting because his web shooter, I think that's his web shooter. Maybe that's to call his giant robot. Yeah, if you don't know, the Japanese Spider-Man show is basically the predecessor to Super Sentai, which is the source material to Power Rangers, because it came out, I think, right before Super Sentai did, or maybe right as Super Sentai was going to. And after this show ended, they added mechs to Super Sentai. So, yeah, to make sure it was another bit of merchandise to make money off of. Because the Japanese like their merchandise to make money off of. Hold on one second. I did not see that piece of tape on the bottom there. Alright. Okay, nothing left in the box. And the plastic free packaging initiatives suck as fuck. Anyways. The crinkly paper. Okay. And then accessories. So we have the accessories. Got the long web, which was bent a bit in the bag. So, yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. The two webs. And his two fist hands. So, yeah. I remember, apparently, Hasbro at one point, I heard this, they apparently said that one of the reasons why they don't have a ton of hands for Spider-Man figures is because they have to, the people at the factories that they make these at, have to individually paint the web patterns on them, which I can get, but doesn't explain why you only have one extra pair, but whatever. You could have like 2 or 3. Yeah. And then that just costs more, I guess, for labor. So yeah, so here we go with the figure, which actually looks pretty cool. Is that supposed to be on purpose? Like, is that supposed to be on purpose that, like, there's a hole right there for posing him with, like, various stands that you can get for these things, and there's no plug for it? Is that supposed to be on purpose? If it is, why? Why not have something that pegs back in there? The SH Figuarts have something like this too, but they have something that pegs into their backs for when you don't pose them with that, or with a stand poked into their back. So dumb. Anyways, so in regards to detail, I think this guy actually looks pretty good. Colors look pretty good. I don't know if it's accurate to the suit, but looks pretty good. The spider is really cool. They got his little wrist thing here pretty well. Has an interesting build to him, although he looks... I don't know if this is supposed to be on purpose, but he looks... This is the way that his midsection just crumples into a, like, circular form. What happened? I don't think that that's natural. Even for a Japanese person. But whatever. Other than that, it looks like all the details are pretty good. Pretty well done, pretty well painted. So yeah. So in terms of articulation, you can move his head back and forth. Move it into 360. So yeah. Then for arms, move them in a 90-degree angle. No butterfly joints, but whatever. Move this in a 360. I'm assuming this came out last year for the anniversary of Spider-Man, so yeah. Then double ball joints in the elbows. It's pretty stiff, like the Power Rangers figures, but not as. This you can move in a 360 if you want. Hands you can move a bit around as well as in a 360. Yeah. So his left hand is a bit hindered by the little wristband here. But yeah. For his torso, you can move it back and forth, as well as in a 360 because of where the joints are. Legs, you can move in an almost 90-degree angle. No drop-down hips, but that's whatever. Move these in a 360. His legs, double ball joints in the knees, it looks like. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then for his feet, you can move them pretty good back and forth. And then, like the Power Ranger figures, just break the ankle. Bottoms of his feet are also painted a off-white color, which I'm assuming is just a thing with the costume that they copied, which is fine. So, yeah. So, in regards to this figure, honestly, pretty good job for what it is. Yeah, just reminds me of the Power Ranger figures as well as the Star Wars Black Series figures, which makes sense because it's Hasbro and they have a pretty similar thing going on with all of these things. So, yeah, if you want them, go get them. Just saying right there. Unless the SH Figuarts eventually get to them, which they might. It's just, I do recommend getting this figure if you want it. So, yeah. So, I really don't have much else to say. So, links in the description, all my shit, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one.